are back. And if you just join us, we have the irrepressible Mr. Buddy Hackett with us tonight,
Yeah.
Charlie Callis, Dr. Keith Sennert.
Saynert.
Excuse me.
Saynert.
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 The doctor is with us. And we'll see us
Sometime.
presently. And Roz Clark and this lady, whom I really adore. She was a superstar, I think, before that word was used out here in Hollywood, and she's really kind of been away from the screen for about 8 years. But if you've seen any of her pictures, she's an incredible actress. Here's some: Roman Holiday, Sabrina Fair, Funny Face, Love in the Afternoon, Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Nun Story, My Fair Lady, and we could sit here and read a long list. And this is the first time she's been on the show. And would you believe I'm a little nervous?
Yes?
Really? What?
Not to put you down at all. I mean, I would believe that because I would feel the same way. She's kind of very, very special.
She's a special lady.
She's delicate.
Not you. Yes, that's the word I was going to use.
Delicate.
Delicate. Would you welcome, please, Miss Audrey Hepburn. How are you?
All right.
You looked super last night.
Yeah.
You really did. I must tell you, my wife, Joanna, whom you met briefly the other night
have
at
a
Swiftly
beautiful
Lizard.
wife.
Thank you. She is beautiful, isn't she?
Lovely.
She is an unabashed fan of yours. Absolutely. She wanted me to tell you that.
Thank you.
Privately. Now I've done it publicly. It'll probably embarrass her. But you gave that show last night a lovely, lovely quality about it. And you don't appear too much in public anymore, do you? I mean, you've been away from the screen for what, really, about
About
8 years?
8 years.
And now you've done Robin and Marian with
Right.
Sean Connery.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you miss it at all? I mean,
Well, I had so many other things to do, which I liked so much. I didn't really miss it, no.
yeah. I would guess
it was
you're
fun,
I would guess you're a rather private person, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And can stay away from.
That's why I'm sitting here with everyone.
Well, no. Well, we were delighted you're here. I have not seen Robin and Marian yet, but from the people I've talked with who have seen, they
You can see it tomorrow.
Really? Is it official opening tomorrow?
Tomorrow, everywhere.
All over the country?
All over the country.
Yeah. This is back in Robin and Marian. You're talking about Robin Hood and Maid Marian, right?
That's right.
What?
Do you always do the gesture when you say his name? The little bow and arrow gesture? I think that's nice. Robin Hood. I think that's good.
I was just saying that for a moment, as I told you, I was a little nervous having Audrey here today, and I was trying to think of Robin
Call him
Hood.
Robin
I'm
Bow
much
and
more
Arrow.
nervous than you.
No, and I couldn't
'Cause
think
you're
of...
used to this, I'm not.
I'm not
Imagine
used to
how
having
I
you here,
feel.
though. How do you feel, really?
Huh? Well, your hands are cold, so am I. Mine are a bit clammy, though.
No, they're not clammy.
Okay.
And even if they are, who cares? I met your husband. You're married to a psychiatrist, right?
You think we should hold hands while you talk about my husband?
No, I wondered if is a psychiatrist able to... I know he may find some deep meaning there that I'm not aware of. They say that it's like being married to a doctor. They say that they find it difficult to handle their own problems sometimes, but having a psychiatrist as a husband, does that mean that if you ever have little spats and frictions, as we've all had in our marriage... I had a live-in psychiatrist who had had an army cot in the garage during my marriages, and we'd call him at any hour of the day or night. But you know what I'm saying? When you have a little... Does he come on kind of strong and saying, because I'm a psychiatrist, therefore I know what is happening here and you should listen to me?
But surely you know that doctors never take care of their own families, and least of all of themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they're great with their patients, but they don't want to take care of their family.
Yeah. Well, do they try? I mean,
No,
would they have any more insight? They get too close to it, right?
no. I don't think, I don't think there's any difference in if you were not a psychiatrist.
Yeah. That's
We're
interesting.
we're two people, and
Now, we talked about this, and I don't know whether you want to talk about it tonight, but it was in the newspapers. Your husband underwent a near kidnapping some time ago. True?
Right.
That made the papers, and it was kind of frightening. We talked about it briefly the other night at the party.
he's all right now, and he's here with me, and he's perfectly well, but it was a terrible shock, yes.
That's something that seems to be happening, I don't know, more in other countries than it is in this country. I mean, those kind of kidnappings for ransom for some reason.
I don't know what the reason is, but I suppose it's...
And he got clobbered, did he not? Over the...
Yeah. They fortunately did not knock him out.
Right.
He was able to save himself. But...
Yeah. Somebody described you once, I think you described yourself as the unbitterest person in the world.
I did.
Yeah.
I have nothing to be bitter about, I guess.
Really? Don't you ever get mad at people? Or...
Oh, that's different, but that's not bitterness. I mean,
Yeah.
you get mad.
What do you call being bitter? I mean...
Bitter? Something rather different. It's being terribly sort of cynical and unhappy about something, which is different than to being angry, perhaps. So.
I find well, this is probably a cliche again, a lot of cynical people in this town. Do you?
Not particularly, not more than anywhere else.
You're right. See, I go either way. If they say, I say, you're right, I've noticed that. I want to make this easy. I have no argument at all. Now, you've been described as winsome and ladylike, and you've played delicate, as Ed said, you're delicate type of roles.
Didn't you see me try to knock out Sean Connery in the movie?
No, I haven't seen that. Now,
Nothing delicate about that, I sure.
Did you play a kind of a Hellcat in this picture?
I nearly knocked him out. He knocks me out, of course, because he's bigger than I am.
Yeah.
But I did try.
Well, you know what I'm saying now. I mean, did you ever want to play you were never built up as a sex symbol like some of the ladies in Hollywood have.
Just my luck.
No, you know what I'm saying?
They couldn't.
No, what do you mean they couldn't?
Don't have the figure.
Oh, no, I don't know. I think that's wrong. I mean, not that you don't... No, don't, let me put this in there. Sex... I know where I'm going. You don't really think that somebody to be sexy has to do with just the outer appearance, seriously, do you?
I wouldn't know about that. I mean, that's up to the others to decide.
Well, what do you think, Ed?
About you, John?
No, not about me. What I'm trying to say is I think sex is an inner quality.
Yes.
A woman can have a lot of sensuality.
Let me tell you, as far as I can see right here, she's a very sexy lady.
And that's what I'm talking about. You see? We got two of us right here tonight.
Yeah.
Let me do this. We're going to come right back. We have a new sponsor tonight. No, it's not a new sponsor. Yes, a new sponsor. I thought it was an old sponsor coming back. We have some of those sometimes. See, you get me all upset and excited here tonight, and I can't do anything. Midland CB radios. And now watch this from C.W. McCall. CB radios from C.W. We are back. Thank you, Doc. We're talking with Audrey Hepburn. We're both settled down now, right? You said now this wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be.
I had some of your coffee.
Had some of my coffee? It's just coffee. People think for some strange reason that we put alcoholic beverages in here to stimulate us during the show. I do not do that myself. There are
Would you mind?
certain...
I won't tell.
You drink this and tell them all what it is.
Well, maybe she doesn't want
You
to
would
drink out of
believe
here.
this lady.
It's all right. It's terrible. It's tea.
That's right, iced tea. That's all it is. See, now all the terrible things
No
you've
sugar in
implied.
it.
Okay, you want to
sugar.
strike the prop? Now bring out the real stuff? Impressed Audrey at all? Was it fun doing Robin and Marian? Somebody told me that, unlike a lot of pictures where they take a good number of months, it was done on a rather fast pace.
7 weeks.
7 weeks?
Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah, that's almost abnormally fast.
But I think movies are being made much faster
Yeah.
now. You know, I think they have faster film and lighter cameras and
Right.
fewer complications than there were once.
Yeah, and where they used to make
At least
everything...
in my day, it used to take longer.
What do you mean, my day? No, but everything was done practically in those days in the studio. They'd create sets. Now so many things are done on location.
Oh, this was all done.
Yeah, so you can move right out and you've got the scene and everything right there.
All in the most beautiful forests
Yeah, where'd you do it?
in Spain, in the north of Spain.
That must be gorgeous. Here's a beautiful country.
Lovely medieval castles that are still there.
Yeah.
Which we really photographed, so.
We have a film clip, a short excerpt from Robin and Marian. Bobby, why don't you roll that? Watch the monitors here in the studio. We'll give you a short preview. You just jump off of that screen. That's a lovely scene. It's nice to see an old-fashioned love story. Reminds me of my days in Nebraska when we used to go out in the wheat fields.
But you know...
Not quite as romantic as that, unfortunately, but nevertheless, we went into the wheat fields.
That part of the country looks like Nebraska, where you saw the wheat fields.
Yeah?
The miles and miles of wheat.
It's comfy out there. Real comfy. Cornfields are bad. Wheat fields are nice. Somebody told me you also took a tumble making this picture off the horse.
No, I think I mean, yes and no. It wasn't off the horse. We were in a covered wagon that turned over in the water. And I don't know if you've ever been in a covered wagon that's toppled over in the water, but it's very hard to get out of.
I would guess so.
And the water was not very deep, and it seemed awful silly to drown about a yard of water. But that's what nearly happened. I thought
now most people would think that they would have stunt people or stunt gals who would come in. I guess this wasn't considered that dangerous.
It did not seem, it was not meant to topple over, to turn over, but the level of the ground was uneven, and what was very dangerous is we had a very large horse that panicked and was rearing back on top of us in the water.
You see, now what we've talked about horses?
Right.
So
He was trying to get out of the water.
We have a continuing argument going. I always say that horses are not the brightest animals in the world, and they will panic in a situation like that.
But they're right to panic. It's not stupid.
Really?
A pig would not do that. We have a continuing thing about the horse and the pig. Pigs would not do that. Panic, you say.
Pig wouldn't be there anyway.
Well, you'd look silly going across two pigs pulling a cub.
Come on, pig.
That's right. Move my pig. That's bad. That's silly, of course. But nobody was injured at all, or was the horse injured?
No, we were bumped about a bit, and the horse wasn't injured, no.
Yeah.
But we were okay. We stopped shooting that day.
Yeah. Now, you won an Oscar for Roman Holiday, right? I've heard now a lot of people keep Oscars in strange places. Somebody mentioned the other night they use them as doorstops. True, because they're very heavy. What do you have? Do you have yours in any particular place?
I have it on a shelf in our playroom, and I see it every day. I'm very proud of it.
You should be. It was a super movie. Are you going to... Are you going to be more active in pictures now?
I don't know, because I'm very active, as we've been talking about before, with my life at home.
Right.
So it depends if, there's not so much the time, but the place, because
Right.
pictures today, as you said before, are made all over the world, and it does involve leaving home,
Right.
which I don't feel like doing.
So if you find something that you like to
if
do,
it's
you
in
might.
some way possible, perhaps near home, then
Just might
perhaps,
consider that.
I can.
Hey, I thank you for coming tonight. I know you don't do many of these shows, and it's a delight to have you here. And you're going to be here for about another week or so, you said, around the country? I thank you for being here. I hope you had fun.
Thank you.
It was a great kick for us.
Goodbye.
Thanks, Audrey. It's real style, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Real style. Lovely lady.
Classy lady.
And she was terribly nervous tonight, but so was I. I think for her.
Yeah.
Did I show it at all?
No, you're fine. I like particularly the part when you couldn't remember Robin Hood's last name. I thought that was good. Robin, I think that's good. It's Robin Hood. I think that's good.
Didn't you ever do that when
Yes.
you can't think of something,
Yeah.
you visualize
Yeah.
it, and you Robin Hood, the guy with
Try
the-
this, Mohammed. That's
Okay, we're gonna be back with our guests and some more show. Who do we have as guests, you ask? Well, we have Buddy Hackett, we have
He'll be here.
Charlie Callis, and we have Dr. Keith Sainert.
Say nerd.
Sainert.
Say nerd.
Now, why do you say the accent is on the last syllable?
He likes it that way. Say nerd. It's like say nurse, only say nerd.
Well, that's what Freddie is saying. That's what you were saying.
What?
Why don't we find out what the doctor says when he joins us? It's Sainert.
Say nerd.
Why do you keep saying Sainert?
Because sometimes it's say nerd.
No, it's not. Not to the doctor.
According to his book, it is. He's not a doctor all the time.
What does that got to do with
Well, it says on the book. Look at the book. What does it say?
By Keith Sainert.
Nobody mean over here.
What?
Sometime.
I think it's time for a station break. Well, I'm going to ask the doctor when he comes out, because that man should know, because he's a doctor. What do you two guys know? What are we going to do? Commercial first?
Commercial.
Right. Okay, and then we'll be right back here with Buddy Hackett. Charlie Clark and Dr. Keith Sainert.